Right, so I'm joined with Pawel today for the weekly Wednesday preview and the catch up for all the games and all the news. Do you want to start us off with your game yesterday with Newcastle? You can talk a bit about that, mate. I can't hear you.
Firstly, I just want to say,
good. Yeah,
up the
good.
Blues in the top four. Come on, but obviously. And yeah, it's just a brilliant result. 2-0 to us against Newcastle. And Werner scoring. It's brilliant. Couldn't ask for much more. And in the next few weeks, we're going to start facing the real tests. Atletico Madrid, Man United, these are the big games that we will be winning. I can tell you that for a fact.
I sense a lot of confidence coming from you. I sense a lot of confidence.
Oh, you know me, James. I'm Mr. Optimistic, aren't I? I saw your video of Dylan yesterday saying that Atletico Madrid are going to breeze past us.
I went more conservative. I think I went for a 2-1 Atletico. I think, or 2-0. Maybe.
Yeah, it's the first. It is the first test though, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I
think they're not as good as everyone makes them out to be. But yeah, I think we've got a chance in that game. You know.
I still with your game against Newcastle, I didn't, as much as you won the game, and that's the most important thing. I don't think you played that well. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but creativity, it's just a case of game management in the second half. The second half was shite, but
you won the match, is what's the most important thing. But I don't know if you played that well. But then again, the most important thing is to win the match, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And most importantly, Werner played well. He's won us our last few games, like against Sheffield, Newcastle. And everyone can go, these teams are shit, these teams are relegation fodder, but a game's a game, isn't it? You don't start playing badly because it's the worst team.
Well, I was saying to the Ills, I might have to get Werner back in my fantasy.
Yeah, I saw yesterday on your video.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might be coming in for Kane.
So there's a massive game on. We're recording it today. It'll come out on Wednesday, but today there's a massive game: Liverpool versus Leipzig. When you're watching this, the Liverpool Leipzig will already be finished. So, what do you think the result will be?
Do you know what? Is it home or away the first leg?
It doesn't. It's
isn't it?
Budapest.
It doesn't matter. So I think I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I think
2-2 draw.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Leipzig will go ahead, but then there'll be a little bit of magic from Salah to get them back in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it all depends on whether, if Liverpool don't turn up, I think Leipzig will win. I don't think you should take them for granted. But then I think
Leipzig are a very good team on their day.
But I think their defence has got questions. I was saying to Dreamu, we scored 7 goals in 2 games against them. I know we lost one, but 7 goals in 2 games it's not the best of defensive defensive qualities.
It's just defensive inexperience. Their team's so young and they haven't got any European pedigree, so to say.
Yeah.
Players like Upamecano, they're like 20 years old. So
yeah. What else was I going to say? Obviously, this weekend there's some massive Premier League fixtures. Arsenal versus City. You've got the Merseyside derby.
Yeah, it's a big weekend this weekend.
Especially
in and around the top 4, top 6. I'll probably start off with the Arsenal game.
Arsenal City. I think City will breeze it.
I'm going to be quite frank here. I think Man City, as I'd like to say, is going to violate Arsenal.
I can't see Arsenal getting a result, but you never know.
I'm saying 5-1 to City.
5-1. That's a big prediction. Nah, I'm going to go...
That's not even my hate for Arsenal. It's just I think Man City are so good.
Yeah, no, I think they'll win. I think it'll be a 3-0.
I think Arsenal will score that.
No, I think City will win it in the first half and park the bus.
They always do that, yeah. Against us, they were 3-0 up in 44 minutes. So
Didn't they win it like 3-0 against Arsenal? Or was that in the last one? Something like that. 2-1, 3-1,
yeah, it was
4-1.
Yeah.
I can't even remember. I know they won. That's going to be a very interesting match. Obviously, Aubameyang's got his form back.
Yeah, if Man City win though, they're running away with it. Like I think we can't
no,
say
they've
they've won
won
it
it.
already, but they're like
They have
95% there.
90. I don't. I'm not even gonna put that in a question because it's not a question anymore, is it? Really?
Yeah, that's true because Leicester are losing big players now. Justin's out for 6 months, and yeah,
No one's consistent. Well, from second to eighth, it's completely open, isn't it? Really?
we were consistently shit to about 4 weeks ago. Like we were 10th, 11th. Mid-table matters, like you said, every day on the way to school.
Mid-table matters, yeah. And then the next one is the Merseyside derby. Will Everton overtake? I think can they overtake them in the league? I think.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, so
yeah.
that's a massive game, isn't it? So
I feel like Everton have the quality to do it, but when's the last time they beat Liverpool? Like 25 years ago.
I don't
know.
I think it is at what's it? I think it is at Everton. But then that doesn't really.
If it's at Goodison, then they have a good chance to win. Yeah.
But then it doesn't matter anymore, really, if it's away at home or away, does it? Look at Liverpool's home record.
Not really.
This season.
Not particularly. Yeah, Liverpool getting turned over by Burnley and Brighton. You haven't got the tourists to sing "You'll Never Walk Alone."
The other thing is, the other thing I wanted to talk about is Spurs and whether you think Jose Mourinho. Do you think how much longer do you think he's got in the job?
How much longer has he got in the job? I think the Europa League's the priority and the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah,
that is a massive game.
If he doesn't win the Carabao Cup final, do you think he's sacked?
I think they'll give him until... I think they'll be like, we want a trophy this season, either Europa League or Carabao Cup, and if you don't get one of those, you're gone at the end of the season.
Yeah. I mean, I can't see.
I don't understand why they sacked Poch.
Yeah, he was class for them. He got a pretty average team to the Champions League final. I can't see. And the thing is, Mourinho has got transfers this time.
Exactly.
Like at United, you could say, oh, fair enough, you didn't really get the transfers you wanted, but here he's got Højbjerg. He's got who else did he get? He got Reguilon, didn't he? He got Joe Hart, sticky hands. He got that Vinicius guy who scores a hat trick against non-league fodder. And
Marine, what a great team! Yeah, fucking hell.
But no, I think Jose Mourinho's done in the modern game. I can't see him coming back from this.
It's cliche to say, but his tactics are outdated. Yeah, maybe 2008 Milan, but I can't. They don't work anymore.
The thing is with him, he's very stubborn with it, isn't he? He does that. He's not going to change his tactics.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think the problem with it is that how he's doing with Spurs and all that, will that overshadow how well he did at Chelsea and Inter Milan, and
I think the longer it stays, the more it have an impact on him at Tottenham, because Tottenham fans, so to say, the ones that I know and ones I've spoken to, are fucking sick of him. Like they've had enough of him.
Yeah, I said when they got him, he's going to be gone in 2 years. It's just a short-term solution. It's not really a long-term solution from Spurs.
It's like Spurs are starting to do a Chelsea here. They're just bringing in managers for 1.5, 2 years. It's just not. You need a manager long term. And
I thought Pochettino would have been that.
And Abramovich came up. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Pochettino was going to be that guy.
Exactly.
And then
Pochettino took Lamella and Wanyama to Champions League places from like 8th place.
I don't understand that. And the thing is, there was all that at the start of the season. There was all the title charge from Spurs, but I always say, like, they were still playing rubbish football, Even when they were
No, they
like,
were just playing for like 2-1s, 1-0s. They weren't playing attractive football. Yeah.
no, they weren't. And I don't think they were playing any differently to how they are now. It's just maybe like more defensive errors. It's not like they're playing that much worse. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's like take away Son and Kane, and you're playing Luton every week in the Championship.
But then Son's effectively a left back, isn't he? In most games.
Yeah, Kane's a centre. It's like they're being wasted, and they're still doing so well.
I mean, Kane's going to have to go in the summer, isn't he? Because
do you think he'll leave?
I think he has to.
You know.
I think he has to because
it's a hard decision. If for his career he has to leave, like he's such a good player. Like,
imagine if he finishes his career with just an Audi Cup. I mean, that's actually his peak, isn't it? Because a player of his quality.
Has Ericsson won something with Inter yet? I'm not sure.
No, didn't they? They lost in the Coppa Italia to Juventus, didn't they?
Oh, I thought he won something, and he's only there for a few weeks. I was going to say 7 years at Tottenham, and you've won something within a month for Inter.
I don't think so. You can check that. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they lost that.
Yeah.
Game. It was quite a symbol. It's that symbol of how Pochettino went straight into PSG, and then within what was it, 3 days or something, he won that cup.
All over Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, I saw that.
I've got a feel for the Spurs fans. So got a feel for them.
I feel a bit for Spurs, but then you remember they're scum. At the end of the day, they're the most irrelevant club in London. Forget Wimbledon. It's Tottenham. I'm sorry.
All right. So the next talking point I was going to put on about is David Moyes. David Moyes, is he coming back up? Is he? Do you think he can? Can he do something at West Ham? Because he's doing quite well.
A great job, isn't he?
Yeah. He's doing well.
I think they're
I think it suits him.
For this season.
I think a West Ham kind of suits him. I think when he was at Man United, he just couldn't handle the pressure of being at a big club.
Yeah.
And I think some managers are just like that.
Even though, I think West Ham are a great team. All the players play for the badge. They won't give any BS, and they'll just do their job on and off the pitch. Mark Noble is probably one of the most underrated captains of all time, I would say.
Yeah. No, they're looking good. I mean,
do you remember the video? Yeah, bloody hell.
Well, when he pushed Paul Pogba off the pitch.
Yeah.
Sort of seen that a few times. I mean, they're doing a European push, aren't they, for this season?
I think they can at least get a Europa League spot this season.
Well, talking about that, what would you say the league standings are going to be at the end of the season?
Would you want me to go from first to sixth?
Yeah, if you're going to...
So, obviously Man City first.
Yeah.
Leicester second.
You think Leicester... The thing is with Leicester, I don't know if they'll be able to keep up the consistency. It'll be interesting.
I've got to back them. I might look like an idiot at the end of the season when we speak again. Yeah, if they can. And Man United third.
I don't know.
Us fourth.
Right.
West Ham fifth. And this is a bit of a bold one to make. Arsenal sixth.
I can't see it, mate. I can't see it. You know what it is? How many teams have they got to get above? 4 or 5?
Yeah, but they've got one of the best strikes in the world back to form now.
Yeah, but I know it's cliche, but it's a team game, and you can be. I know you look at Kane. Yeah, Kane's one of the best strikers in the world, and we're a Spurs.
That's true, to be fair. But you can't do everything. You can't just score goals and just win games.
Yeah.
Defence is the main form of attack, as they say in football.
And I think Arsenal still have frailties at the back. So.
Oh, it's just I feel bad for Dylan sometimes just watching. Yeah.
For them to get into the top 6, they're going to have a real consistent run of wins, aren't they? And can you see that?
Because every other game, you see David Luiz getting a red card every other game. Rob Holding missing the ball. Bellerin unable to take throw-ins.
I mean, if they can get a result against City, I mean, then they're giving questions out, aren't they? I mean, at
Yeah,
the end of the day, if they get hammered by City, that's going to be a big defeat, isn't it? Because it really is a
yeah.
must. They need a point or something. They need a result.
If they can get a draw, that'll be brilliant for them.
Well, no, just to put a statement, even if they lose, but to lose and to be like sort of in the game. Do you know what I mean?
To lose with dignity, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
not to get absolutely hammered.
not for Foden stop like masterclass and they lose like 4-0 or something like that. It should be embarrassing.
I don't even know if it's at the Emirates or not. Oh no, I think it's at.
I'm not sure actually. I didn't watch the last game between.
I think it's at the
Arsenal and
Etihad.
Man City,
I think it's at the Etihad.
That Man City played so well anyway because they're not really used to playing with fans. So
that'll be a good game to watch. It's a massive game for Arsenal.
yeah,
But then you've also got teams like Villa, and even like Leeds, who lost to Arsenal. I think they've still got a game on hand on them, so they can go above them.
yeah.
Like
The league is tight this year, very very tight.
For Arsenal to get top 6, they've got a massive challenge on their hands.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Who've Man United got the weekend?
We've got Newcastle. We
should
win.
That should be an easy win. Yeah,
We should win. Yeah, we should win.
should win.
I don't know what it is about Newcastle, but we always somehow like. I remember last season, do you know, when I think it was Longstaff, but it wasn't Matty Longstaff. It was the ginger Longstaff.
Yeah, the little one, the Sean. Yeah, Sean.
I don't know how they always somehow like they'll play absolutely rubbish football for weeks and then they'll somehow turn up. They could have done that against you lot if they defended a little bit there. If they defended,
they had a chance or two. Yeah.
So I don't.
Second half, we were.
But realistically, they are championship level. If we're going to be realistic,
with the players they have, yeah.
So we should be winning that. If we lose, that's going to be I'm going to be conservative. I don't actually know whether we'll get top 4 or not at this current point in time.
You've got to think you're going to get top 4. Surely.
I'm confident, but I'm not overly confident because
you're still 4 points ahead of us. Like,
yeah, we are, but then there's loads of other teams coming up. Like, you know, Everton beat Liverpool. I think they're going to have a question. They're going to give some questions to the top 4. Who else is there?
Yeah,
obviously Liverpool going to have to get back form. Like whatever you say,
Aston Villa have dropped off in the last few weeks a little bit. Like the results haven't been great.
I think if Liverpool get back their form, they'll seal top 4. But that's just a question of whether they can get it back.
But I think Everton have got a point to prove. They lost 2-0 to Fulham. This is like a must-win game. Merseyside derby, they've got to get the points here.
But then it's a must-win for Liverpool as well. Because if they lose, I mean, they might not get top 4. And that's... I mean, if they don't get top 4, Salah will probably leave, I'm guessing. A few of their players might just leave. Like,
what do you think about Thiago, mate?
I think he's a good player I think he's a good player when he was at Bayern and everything. I don't
think he suits Liverpool's system at all.
I think it doesn't really help with the fact that a lot of the pressure is put on him. So he's
a scapegoat for everything.
Yeah, he's a scapegoat, but he's also he's having to make all the chances for Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? He hasn't got someone like I don't know. When I'm watching them, it's sort of like he's carrying all the weight of the midfield in a way. He's having to try and create.
It's like
everything.
Liverpool have got no goals from midfield. So they've got Curtis Jones, Thiago, and Wijnaldum. Who scores goals out of the 3 of them? None of them.
I don't know what's happened to Wijnaldum.
Name Firmino.
I don't know what's happened to Wijnaldum because he was doing pretty well.
He's good for Holland, but and for Liverpool,
there were rumours of him going to Barca, weren't there? And that just broke down.
I think so. Yeah.
I could see him leaving.
I'm just thinking. Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was just thinking Liverpool should have signed someone like Goretzka. Would have been a better fit for them. Goal scorer, midfielder, box to box.
Very strong, very physical player as well.
Yeah, I think Goretzka is a very good player. But yeah, Liverpool made their choice, and I don't think it's entirely Thiago's fault because Alisson's. There's no words to describe how he's been in the last few games, but
He's been very poor. He's been very poor. But then we always knew his distribution was quite poor.
Yeah, it's like a lot of good keepers have bad distribution, like Leno, Alisson, even De Gea's isn't that great.
Yeah. So it's an interesting one. I mean, Liverpool have to win this game, don't they?
Yeah, 100%.
And people like Thiago are going to have to show up. So,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, to be fair, you can say what you like about Salah, but he's the only one who's really turning up at the moment.
No, he's got the team. He's got the whole team on his back at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, he's scoring game in, game out. Like Mane, he's got I think 2 goals in 16 games.
Yeah, I mean, I think there will always be questions over whether Salah doesn't pass enough and all that. But I will say that he has been taking his chances this season. So,
no, he's a prolific finisher. You can't take it away from him. As much as you can hate him and think he's a diver or whatever, you can't take away the fact that he's one of the best wingers in the world.
Yeah. I don't know what's happened to Mane.
I don't know. It's just what's happened to Trent Alexander-Arnold, James?
I don't know, mate. I do think with Trent though, he's had how many years of being right at the top. He's still a young player, and you're going to see a drop off, aren't you? Eventually.
Yeah. He needs to work on his defending though. Like in training, he needs to do 1-on-1s and stuff like that.
To be fair, I think
because Sterling basically,
I think it affects him more that Van Dijk isn't playing because obviously they play a higher line when he's playing, so then he doesn't have to defend as much. So you don't actually see his weaknesses.
Fabinho and Henderson at centre back is not fast at all.
Yeah, they just sit back and then they defend a lot more.
Yeah. Did you watch the Leicester-Liverpool game at the weekend?
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh my God. They were like 1-0 up until 75th minute, and then it just it's calamitous, went to shit.
Harvey Barnes didn't score an equaliser, I was surprised.
Did you see Jamie Vardy's celebration?
Yeah.
Well, with the corner flag.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
Fair play to Leicester.
I think we've got Southampton this weekend, like the next Premier League game.
Yeah, they have to. Southampton's an interesting one because
they've lost all their last 5 games.
Now are you talking just about Premier League or because they won in the FA Cup?
Yeah, they won just Premier League.
I think they have sort of turned a corner from the 9-0. I think they've looked a little bit better. Well, they have looked better. Like in the FA Cup, they looked all right, and the game against Wolves, they didn't look too bad. I think Wolves I think they probably deserved a point in that. If I'm going to be honest. I think Wolves just edged it.
I just think we need to go at Southampton's defence because do you see Pedro Neto's goal against Southampton, the winner?
Yeah.
He made Vestergaard look like a fucking vegetable patch underneath a ton of bricks.
But then that's individual brilliance, isn't it? That's the quality. It's not.
But I just think Bednarek's got a mistake in him. As much as I hate to say it, Poland international is just. And they still got potence in attack, to be fair. Walcott, Ings, Armstrong, Genepo, players like that. And De Gea can score goals. But
yeah. It's an interesting one. Obviously, Ings is quite prolific.
He's been out for a long time, though, now. He's just coming back. I think he scored last game.
He scored against Wolves, Scored against Wolves.
Yeah. So it'll be good to see him getting back to form because he's a player I rate. I think he's a good striker.
Cheap on the fantasy as well.
Yeah. Hopefully not against us. He can have the off day against us and then start scoring the next game. But yeah. Because I remember last time we played them, we conceded in the last minute. Do you remember we drew to Vestergaard header 3-0?
Oh yeah,
scored twice.
3-0.
Yeah.
Weren't you like 3-1 up or something? Was it 3?
No, we were 3-1 up. Yeah.
Yeah, 3-1 up. I remember that.
Those are the kind of games where you're just losing points. Like you at the weekends, like that's a game you should have won. Like
yeah, I don't know how it's. We've dropped off. I don't know if it's. I don't know why it is. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I think it's just
You'll
inconsistency.
probably speak to Jimmy about it today, but I think you could have lost that game easily. Diane should have had a hat trick, their striker.
I think it was a fair point.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be honest, I think it was a fair point. But no, they could have won it, and we just didn't take our chances. We had a lot of the ball, we just didn't do
Maguire
much
and
with it.
Lindelof together scares me.
Oh,
Even
I
not as a
can't-
Man United fan, I can just see it's painful.
I was saying to Jim, could you imagine if we got a centre back in the summer? I actually think
Imagine if you signed even someone like Skriniar or someone like that from.
I don't know if
Yeah,
Skriniar
just
would
a-
have been that good though. He's slow. We just
Yeah,
need
but then there's Lindelof's slow and he's not good at defending either. What's he good at?
yeah. The problem is when we've got a slow player next to Maguire, they both just sit back.
I think your perfect centre back is David Alaba. If you could hijack the deal, he's the perfect.
There's no way
centre-back.
that's going.
Ball playing centre back who's very fast.
There's no way we're hijacking that. He's gone to Real Madrid. They haven't.
Has he? I don't think he has. Has he already?
Um,
Because I thought we were planning to go for him. I don't know. I haven't been looking at the international transfer news that much recently.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, there's I'm actually excited for the Liverpool game today. I'm bloody excited.
It's going to be a good one.
Also, PSG Barca.
Yeah, and then obviously tomorrow, well, when this will come out, Dortmund versus Sevilla. That's going to be big, I think. I think Dortmund...
Man United's playing this week or next week?
What
Thursday?
Oh, no, this week. I think it's this week and then
Home
next week.
Oh, no, is it? Oh, yeah, you got Sociedad. I think that
Yeah.
should be a 3-0, 3-1 win. You should be... It's bloody Sociedad should be winning that easily.
Now, I was saying to Dylan, though, you can't take them for granted. I don't think they're a rubbish.
Oh, they're an all right team. They got. I think they're better with Odegaard last season.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. They were a lot better last season, weren't they? So we should be beating them now.
And I saw your little video with Dylan yesterday, and I think Dylan's a bit confident about Benfica, saying he's going to breeze through them. I think they're second in Liga NOS. They got most goals scored.
Yeah, but they should win. Arsenal should win if we're going to be.
Yeah, it's true. I don't think it'll be a walk in the park though, like he made out to be. I think it's going to be a hard game.
I can't remember what I said. I think I said a 2-0. I think a 2-0 Arsenal.
Yeah.
They need to win it because if they lose, imagine if they lose to Benfica, that'll be 2 years in a row.
Oh my days.
So I think they will win it because they need to win it. It could be a draw.
It's like a must-win
It could be
game.
a draw. It could be a draw.
Could be a draw, yeah. But I think they'll win the tie overall on aggregate.
Yeah. It's an interesting one. And then obviously Spurs versus Wolfsburger, the one no one cares about.
Oh, no,
it's not even Wolfsburg. It's not even Wolfsburg.
Wolfsburg, a
It's the
decent team. Yeah,
the
I thought they got a
BTEC
decent team.
Wolfsburg. It's the BTEC.
Yeah. They got some Austrian minnows from the middle of nowhere. Bloody hell. But yeah. I think the Europa League gets unnecessary hate, but I don't know why. Because maybe if you're playing Lithuanian boiler boys in the group stage, but once you start getting to the knockouts,
I think for the bigger teams, what it is that it's not as much significance as like a major trophy.
yeah,
Like, do you remember when I doubt in 5 or 10 years you're really gonna remember when when you won the Europa League? I think it was it Ivanovic or whatever scored the header at the end. I remember watching it. Yeah, it's not like a really memorable night, is it? For a big team.
No, it's nothing compared to Bayern.
It's still good. I'm not going to lie. It's still good when you win it. It's still a trophy, but it's not like winning a Champions League. It's nowhere near the same.
Yeah.
For
that game with Bayern is something different gravy.
For a I don't know, a Benfica or a smaller team, that's massive though. So
yeah,
it depends who you support. If you support a bigger team, for a Spurs, of course, it would be massive because they're a really small team. But
I think it's great to see teams like West Ham, Everton, in the Europa League, though. Smaller teams.
West Ham?
Yeah, your usual. No, if they get it.
Oh, yeah, sorry,
this season.
Oh, yeah, and it's good to see Leicester in it.
Yeah, rather than teams like, I don't know, like Spurs, who just they don't have a chance of winning it because they always mess up.
I think they will go far, though.
Yeah, Leicester will go. Leicester are going semis at least, I'd say.
Who they got? They've got Slavia Prague, I think. Am I right?
They should go. To be fair, when we played them 2 years ago, they were a good team, but I don't know much about them now. So
should be a walk in the park for Leicester.
Should be a walk in the park, yeah.
And then there'll be hopefully four English teams in the round of 16 for the Europa League. Do you think there'll be four?
Yeah, then you start getting drawn against each other, and then it starts heating up.
No, four. No, 1, 2. It is four, isn't it? It is four because, and there's only 3 in the Champions League now.
Yeah. You should have gone through, mate. You should have gone through.
Oh, I don't know how we bottled that. Still, it's that Istanbul match.
Who would you have got if you went through?
We would have come. We probably would have come first, I think. Or no, maybe we'd have come second. Who've Leipzig? Liverpool.
You couldn't. Oh yeah, you would have got fucking hell. You got Liverpool.
Imagine Liverpool in the round.
Oh my days, that's a mental tie for round of 16.
That would have been great.
And the thing is, on form, you could be beating them as well.
Yeah, it would have been amazing.
Like, you would have had a chance against them.
The thing is, though, that without fans wouldn't really be the same, would it? Though. Liverpool in the round of 16.
You can't have a game. Yeah.
It's like imagine a U versus Spurs in a in like I don't know.
Yeah, like
FA Cup final
the
or something
Battle
like
of the Bridge. The Battle of the Bridge, like 11 yellow cards that game about 5 years ago where we handed Leicester the title.
Right.
One of the most dirty games of all time.
Right, mate. Do you wanna finish it there?
Yeah, that's fine, mate.
Else?
Thank you very
Got
much.
anything else? Anything else to talk about?
Is there anything else I was going to say? No, I don't think there was, mate. I think that's everything. I think that's the roundup for this week.
All right. Cheers for speaking to you, mate. I'll see you next week.